What's up, guys? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we're going to be doing Kisame from Naruto. So another Akatsuki member. We're on our wide page. I wanted to fit in his sword that's kind of on his shoulder, and his hand is holding it, so it's up here. So we're going to go with his head over here on the right hand side. So half the page is going to be his head and shoulders, and the other half is just going to be the handle of his sword and his hand holding it. So we're just going to start with his right eyelid. So, well, his right eye actually. We're going to start with a circle. So we're just going to curve around. Circle like so. And he's got a pupil in there. And then another circle over here. So we're just going to curve this around. With the dot in the middle. So they're fairly far apart eyes. Because they're kind of small, sort of shark eyes. That's the sort of idea, I think. So we're going to give them an eyelid now on top. So we're going to curve this up. And then it kind of comes down the other side here. And this is sort of dark inside here. So we just bring these back in. And then color it in. Just dark. It's like a dark top eyelid. And then we do pretty much the same thing over here. Curve it around like so. And then bring it back in. Both sides, and then color it in. Just try and make this one a bit pointier. Okay, so we'll give him eyebrows. So we've got a sort of a tick line coming up here. Coming up diagonal, like so. Might be a bit thicker down here. Like that. Do pretty much the same thing over this side. Diagonal up like so, and then you could like thicken up this end. Remember, guys, if I go too fast, just use your pause button, and I recommend a pencil and an eraser for these. So he's got two lines inside here. One like that. It's like the inside of his nose. Like two arrows pointing in. And then we have two lines for the bridge of his nose. He's got a real wide nose because he's kind of half shark. Like so. And then two frown lines coming up like this beside his eyebrows. And then his nose down here. So, as I said, a real wide nose. So right down the middle, it comes down to sort of V, like so. And we're going to add the nostril for the sides, just here. So he's smiling, so he's got a real wide mouth. So right underneath his eyes here. So the edge of it is right over here. The other edge is over here. Okay, right underneath his eyes. And then we're going to bring these across the top. Like so. And then they're going to come down and underneath. Like so. And then he's got sharp shark teeth. So we're going to just do zigzag sort of lines coming down. Like this. Like so. So we can't see his chin because it's covered by his Akatsuki cloak, you know, that part that comes across the top of his face. So there's just right close to his mouth here, there's just a line that comes right across like so. And this kind of goes real wide off this way. Like so. And the other side will go wide off this way as well. Okay. And then the side of his head is going to come up from that. So we're going to bring it up like so. And then it curves around the top into his eyebrow there. The other side will do the same thing. Curves up, first like so. And then we'll bring it all the way up. And it kind of curves around towards his eyebrow then. Like that. And this comes across for his headband, so it's going to go across his head. And join there. Then he's got gills in on his face. So he's got arrows kind of pointing diagonal down this way. Like so. So there's 3 on each side, I think. So 1, 2, 3. And you can thicken up some of them. Kind of just making them look like they are actually gills that go into his face and not just lines that are sitting on his face. Something like that. Maybe the same thing over here. So another one pointing down that way. 2, 3 of them. And you can thicken them up if you want. And then he's got sort of jaw lines here. Like so. Just down to there. Then his headband. So he's gotten a headband that kind of comes down around his ears. It's an unusual sort of one. It's like it's a bit bigger, or he just wears it lower. I'm not sure. So it like starts down here, and it goes all the way up and around. So. Like so. Same on this side. Like this. Then it goes around the top of his head to there. And we can see just a little bit of his ear just in here. Like so. Same in here. Just a tiny bit. Then the metal plate on his headband. So it's just rounded edges on a rectangle. So you can start like with these kind of brackets, just like that. And then bring it over the top. To there. And same over here. Like so. And then the 3 bolts on each side. 2, 3. And then the symbols for his village. So I think it's the mist, is it? And then this, like this. They kind of look like lightning, actually. And then the scratch mark that comes across the front. Like so. So now his hair. So spiking up. We're going to spike all the way up to the middle and then down to the other side. So his hair is like, starts like so, and then we go up to bigger ones. So we go spiking up, and we're going to go in towards the center spike. We're going in, spiking all the way in, like so, and then bring it down the other side. Very simple sort of hair. It's always nice when an anime character has easy hair. And there's just some hairlines now. like so. So then the rest of his Akatsuki cloak, we'll bring it around like this, out from the back of his head, and then we'll continue this line coming around the other side, just there. Now this will come down to his shoulder, down to the front part of his body, like so, and then his shoulder will come off this way. Just goes off my page there. If you have more room, you could just bring it, keep that line going down. He's got a strap on his shoulder on this side, and then this comes down like so to there, and then this strap will go down on the other side there, and there's might be a fold on it and an edge on this side. And right, so we might have an armpit line just here, and then that red line that goes down the center of the uniform just here. Okay, so we'll come over now and we'll do his hand and the handle of his sword. So his shoulder coming out this way, comes down like so. Then we've like a couple of armpit lines, and then we have like the sleeve of the big sleeve that Akatsuki jackets have. So like just here. So this is going to go diagonal down that way. Goes off the bottom of my page. And then his arm and his hand is going to come out here. Okay? So his elbow is kind of bent off the bottom of the page. And then his arm comes out like here. That's his shoulder, so it travels down and then comes back up to his hand. So this goes straight up to there. The other side goes up, kind of gets a little bit wider at the top here, and then curves in. This will come across like so, and then we have the cuff of it, and then there's some lines that travel down. So one there, here, and then the inside of his sleeve just here. Right, so his hand is holding his sword kind of like this. So we'll do his thumb first. It's the easiest. Take your time with hands, they can be tricky. So we'll go diagonal out like so. Bring a line up to there. Comes across for the top of his thumb. And then it's going to curve around like so. Going to bring this down, and then the inside part of that thumb just in there. So that's like that part here. Then he's a thumbnail. And then his other 4 knuckles. So we'll go across the top. So we'll go bump across. Next one. Like so. Next one. And the 4th little finger, just a little bit longer, because it goes down behind the sword. Down here. So the fronts of these fingers. So we'll curve this down to there. Like so. 1 finger. This one. 2. Bring it down. 3. And 4th. like so. And then fingernails, like this. And then you just want to leave a bit of a gap for the sword handle, and then just draw the rest of his hand. Because our handle for our sword is going to come out here. Might need a ruler for this part. So we're going to go diagonal, coming out from his fingers. To there. And then this other side will come out, say, here. So we'll go up this way. So there's like a curved end on it up here, so I'll just draw that in and then join it together. And there's like a skull up here as well. So, but we'll just draw these lines first. Like so. And then, so those two bumps, so there's a curved end here, another one here, and then there's like a little upside down skull. So curves around there for the head part to there, and then comes up and around the top for like the teeth part. And then there's two eyes. One, two, and then a nose, which is just like a love heart. And there's like some lines there. And these are dark black inside. So the rest of this sword then comes into the bandaged part, the part that's covered. So comes into, say, here. Another curved end, and then we join it up to this part. There. Like so. And then the big part of the sword that goes down behind his back. So we've got a curved line coming down here, and then a curved line coming up the top all the way up to, say, there. And then this is going to come down like so, and then it's going to go off down behind his back. So we're going to go this way. And then down this way. And of course this keeps going, real big sword, all the way off down the page there. Right, and then there's all lines on the handle and all bandages here. So we'll start with the bandages. So they like wrap around this sword. So come out and around. So you're going circles, coming out and around. Well, not perfect circles, like ovals more. Or ellipses, if you wanted to get technical. And a big one coming down here. Like this, and then some on this side. So, and then some on the handle, so like ones that go, they curve diagonally this way first. coming under his hand. Just there. There. So, and then there's some lines that go diagonal the other way, but they're just sort of wrap up into here. Kind of make it look like a letter H. Like that. Going from the corner, it seems mostly. There. So, and another one there. And I think that's it. Yep, how to draw Kisame from Naruto. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video.